Well, hasn't December been fun? Hello, it's Icy. Yes, I am back with my monthly update. And it's like the evening of the 30th of December when I'm recording this. Normally, the plan was I would actually be here nominally, but the plan was we would have just driven back from Queensland. So in November, I was talking about how the borders had just been opened between New South Wales and Queensland, and that we would be able to go and visit relatives who live in Queensland. As of about a week, 2 weeks before Christmas, there was an outbreak of COVID in Sydney, in the Northern Beaches part of Sydney, which is almost but not quite as far as you can get from where I live. Not quite that far, but it's a long way. And that possibly was spread by people who did not just go home and wait for their COVID test to come back. Anyway, that's currently at I think 150-ish or something, and so like after 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. As of today, there is a new cluster that's sprung up from that they can't trace back to the initial cluster in the Northern Beaches, and there are more cases, I think, that will be closer to where I live, certainly. As it stands currently, the borders are shut again. We had to cancel our trip. We had booked a hotel to stay near Mr. Icy's parents because they don't have room. Luckily, it was like we were able to cancel for no cost, so that was okay. We were already driving up, so we weren't out of pocket or anything like that. So it was just, not visiting relatives this Christmas. So anyway, the borders at the earliest will open between they're open in between New South Wales and Queensland, just not if you live in the greater area of Sydney. So, which is understandable, and that's fine, and I understand 100%, and it's okay, and that's all right. The soonest that will be reevaluated is the 9th of January, sometime around then. But they'll only be open again at that point if there are no unrelated cases in Sydney. And basically, the newest cluster means that won't count. So I don't think that this... it's currently the kids' school holidays, and they're on holidays until like the end of January. I do not think that we will be going anywhere. I think we'll be here in Sydney for the whole of January, possibly under some form of lockdown. So the Northern Beaches is in lockdown right now, in the same sort of lockdown that happened earlier in the year for us in Sydney, and not quite as strict as was in Victoria earlier, like for most of the first 6 months of the year. He is hoping it doesn't get that far. Like, for real, he was hoping. Please, Sydney, put a goddamn mask on your face. Like, for real, stick a mask on your face. So, because it was Christmas and we were going to be staying here, I had to go grocery shopping so that I could buy things for us to eat for Christmas. And I wore a mask because I am sensible. And even after it was kicking off, like, honestly, there were not enough. I had to take Master Icy to pick up his new glasses, which meant we had to go at a fairly populated time to one of the shopping centers near us, and there was maybe 10% of people wearing a mask, if that. It's gotten the times I go out, which is like first thing in the morning, like as soon as the shops are open. That's when I would go grocery shopping or to any other shops that I would need to. I'd say mask wearing is about 50 to 70%, but usually by the time I leave, when things are starting to get busier and busier, it's not enough. It's really not enough. Like, honest to God, put a mask on. So we don't have any relatives in Sydney, so it was very easy for us to comply with the don't invite people, more than 10 people to your house. We invited no one to our house, but had a delicious Christmas meal. One, I guess, bright side from this is we haven't actually had Christmas at home, just like the immediate family for, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years now. I'm not even sure. Every Christmas we've been traveling north to visit my parents and Mr. Icy's parents. Mr. Icy's dad can't travel at all anymore, so, and has not been well, so the only way we see them is if we go to them. So of course we basically go to them. So this is the only year when for the last while where we've stayed here. So it's been interesting. It's sort of had a level of enforced relaxation. I think the only thing that I'm concerned about is that, you know, like I do want to make this Christmas holidays feel different to a weekend. You know, like, so we've been cooking lovely, I've been making lovely meals, been trying to go out, but, you know, if we're going out anywhere, can't go to the shops with the kids, too many people around, not enough people being sensible. So, you know, going to parks and things, except it's been cold and raining for most of the time. So we haven't been able to go to the beach or anything like that. So, and it could very well get to a stage where we can't, or we may not travel to a beach. So we'll have to kind of, I don't know, work out what we're doing before things, I don't know. So, we decided to take the leave from work that we had booked, Mr. Icy and myself. That finishes, so Mr. Icy goes back to work on Tuesday after New Year, and then I'll go back to work on the Wednesday. So, and the last 2 days we've had other things we had to do at home. So we haven't, you know, like, yeah. So I think we better make sure that we try and do something, just anything almost in the next couple of days, just so we can, just so we can. Yeah, it's been a bit of a funny year. It's nearly over, but it's not over yet. So on more fun notes, this is the new camera. I'm using the new camera right now and have been on streams for, I don't know, like, I guess probably like a little bit after the last yearly, like monthly video. It's been fantastic. I got very lucky actually and was able to find this lens that I'm talking to you through just recently on sale, half price. It's a secondhand lens, but it's half price from a reputable camera shop with a 1-year warranty. So I was like, yes, I will buy that. So it's a 20mm Sony at a 2.8 aperture, and it's perfect. It's so good, and I'm so happy, and it's just right. And I guess it was bound to be locked down because it was secondhand. I didn't know if it would be available. I had to order it. I ordered it like 2 days before we were meant to leave and got it sent to my parents' house because it's like, we won't be here. It's not going to arrive in time, so I'll send it to my parents' house. It's a bit like when you wash your car and then it rains. And you know it rained because you washed your car. It's a bit like that, you know what I mean? So they popped in and basically readdressed it and sent it back to me, which was lovely of them. So yeah, lovely new lens. I'm really happy. I have been taking a lot of photos. More like I've been restraining myself to just posting one photo a day on the photo blog, photo Instagram, sorry, link in the description below. But I have so many, and they're really good. I'm so pleased. So I'm actually having a fantastic time. I take my camera when we go out with the kids and just go for a wander. I mean, to the extent where I will just chuck it in the car if I'm going to the shops, because maybe I might see something interesting on the way home. So it's been really, really good. So it's been excellent. So I've had a fantastic time with it. I have just bought, like today, ordered another lens, which is a very wide angle. It's a 10 to 18 millimeter wide angle zoom lens, also secondhand, also with a 1-year warranty, basically half price. I'm very, very happy. I've been just like really looking forward to trying that out. I won't be using that on stream. That'll be my going off and exploring and taking amazing photos lens. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, so that's very exciting. Some other stuff, we are talking about reorganizing bits of the house. So we have kind of a sitting area and a dining area, and we're actually going to switch them around because neither works properly. So we're gonna kind of move the sitting. We're actually gonna sell the existing lounge and then get like a little one and maybe some little chairs, and then make like a nice little area. Put some extra storage in, and then the dining table is going to go into the bigger area and sort of be more kind of accessible and more usable, and we think that's going to be really good. And the study, we are talking very seriously about, you can't see it here, there's like a partition here, like around here, but it's not actually closed off from the rest of the house. So actually rebuilding that wall, putting a door on, Mr. Icy's hobby stuff, at least some of it, going out into his kind of office where he's been working, and then this room would be mine, like properly mine. It was like, yes, Mr. Icy, you have 2 sheds. Give me a study. And before, it's been fine, it hasn't worked out and stuff, but no, we're quite excited. We're quite excited. We think this will really, really work. So just kind of shuffle everything around, reorganize it a bit, move a few things, get air conditioning. That won't be till probably, I guess, end of February or March, something like that. We'll get some quotes for that. So, however, we can certainly do the front room sort of moves, can kick Mr. Icy out of here and just reorganize this space. So that's going ahead anyway. So that's, no matter what, those bits are going ahead, which is great. So, but yeah, it's all been a bit of a funny year, really. Oh, on Elder Scrolls Online front, new content coming on the 21st of January, 22nd of January my time, 21st of January in the US. So the Gates of Oblivion are open. I've had quite a few videos about that. Do check the link. Oops, sorry, I keep bumping the mic. Check the link for some of those. Thank you if you've watched them. They've done quite well. I guess everybody else is excited too. So yeah, that's my December. Not really. Yeah, it was a bit of a things changed, good and bad. But that's the way life is, right? Bit of good, bit of bad. You have to look at the good and appreciate it, and accept the bad and move on, I guess. What else can we do, right? So anyway, one of those things. But thank you very much for watching. As always, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you. It's just very nice to chat to you all. Come watch me over on twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I am streaming at the moment because I didn't go away. So you can see me there 4 days a week, mostly. But thank you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.